Those tornadoes overnight wreaking havoc all over Dallas. Just look at that video. Homes destroyed, cars toppled. A lot of schools also closed today in that region, and there are more bad weather and storms heading to that neck of the woods. Let's begin with ABC's Marcus Moore. He is on the ground, and he's been monitoring the situation there throughout the last several hours. Good morning, Marcus.
John, good morning. Good morning to you. It's really been an absolute mess here. This storm, the first tornado, came through at about 9 o'clock Central Time last night, and they are still trying to clear a path in some of the neighborhoods that have been cut off by fallen trees. And this is what we see here in this neighborhood in Richardson, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas to the north of Dallas. Took a direct hit from this one of the tornadoes that came through. And that vehicle you see back behind us, that belongs to our photographer, Juan Renteria, who's responsible for so many of the stories that we bring you here at ABC News. Well, he and his family had to take cover last night as this storm was hitting. A tree was on top of his vehicle, and here at his home, they actually ran into a closet inside the house to ride out this storm, John, and to hear Juan describe that is just absolutely incredible. It's frightening. And very quickly, I want to show you, his home sustained some bit of damage. You can't see the hole in the roof right now, but they were able to put a tarp over it to try to mitigate the damage because, you know, the storm came through, ripped off the roof, and there was another storm after that dumped rain. And actually, Juan is here right now. Juan, you have your mic on?
It's right here.
It's right here? Okay. Yeah, we're live on ABC News Live, and I wanted to, while we had you, first of all, I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks.
You know, we cover this all the time, John, as you know, and Juan is one of the first guys there to help tell the story, but also the first one to jump in and help people who are picking up their lives. I've seen him so many times helping people whose homes have been destroyed, and now you find yourself, your home is still standing, thank goodness.
It is.
It did sustain some damage, and just kind of walk us through what you went through. You were with your wife and your teenage son last night when the storm hit.
That's right. Yeah. No, absolutely, Marcus. I mean, we heard the sirens go off. I came outside very quickly to see what was going on, and we can just see this light show of lightning and everything happening. So immediately, my wife and I, we know the drill already, and my son. So we put on our hard hats. We wore our construction gloves. We went into my daughter's closet, and we all just hungered down. My son was right behind me. My wife was in front of me. We all held each other's legs, and we just rode this out. And basically, we heard, it felt like the house shook. It felt, you know, for us, it was the train sound that everyone describes. And you're absolutely right. I mean, you know, in this business, I mean, we're always behind the camera. We're always on the other side, but this time it hit home. So we're just lucky to be alive.
And in that moment when you were with your wife, Debbie, and Diego, and your son, can you give us a sense of what was going through your mind at that point?
Well, you know, when it was overhead, we could feel our ears popping.
So we pressure change.
Absolutely. So we knew it was close. And my wife was praying. I was just holding on. My son was beginning to freak out a little bit, but he did a really good job. So I'm really proud of him. But no, it was just a matter of just knowing that I think that we were all together. We felt like whatever happened, we were going to be together. Okay. And we just pulled through it. So we're very glad that, and as soon as it passed us, we came outside, and three of our vehicles one of our cars is still under the tree, under trees, and we're just, you know, it's just an absolute mess. My neighbor's house is a mess. This is one of these neighborhoods that has matured trees, right?
Absolutely.
So because they're mature trees, there was a lot of just tree damage.
Yeah, a lot of tree damage, and I've also seen Eddie, I don't know if you can show it in the back. They're way off in the distance. There's actually an entire roof that's been torn away. So not only, you know, as you heard Juan describing the pressure change and John, the sound of the storm as it came through, you also had the trees falling and tree limbs flying through the air, along with the debris, that roofing that was ripped away and is so dangerous. It is, in fact, one of the most dangerous parts of any tornado or storm is the flying debris that can pierce windows and also walls. And then aside from that, you, John, have the power lines that fall down, and so many people are hurt or killed by fallen power lines because they are electrocuted. So they're dealing with, as you just heard Juan talk about, the trauma of this storm that blew through. Now just beginning the process of trying to pick all of this up. And John, I've got to tell you, it is going to be a long process. We're talking about homes that have been damaged, some of them destroyed, and also businesses. I don't know if you've been able to see the video, but there's a Home Depot that sits right along the 75 Central Expressway, major artery here in the Dallas area. It has been destroyed. So absolutely remarkable damage. And what is truly incredible about all of this, John, is despite all of the destruction we've seen, we've only heard about minor injuries and no fatalities here in Texas as a result of these storms. But in Arkansas, sadly, someone did pass away when a tree fell onto a structure there and someone was killed.
Really scary stuff, Marcus. And as you just noted with Juan, I mean, unbelievable what his family went through, but thank God they're okay. As you mentioned, he's a valuable member of our team. We're just glad he and his loved ones are safe this morning, and hopefully they'll have some time to take care of their home. I know we're going to help them with that as well. Marcus Moore, down in Dallas, Texas. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.